You are a second man. Teammates not controlling. They're clearing. Hold down the fort on the goal line. I'm not going to tell you to play back post in Champ 3, Grand Champ 1. It's a good position. Think about the goal line. The goal line is your position. We can move up cohesively. Right? You are a second man. You are behind. You are not across. Because one bad 50, one super, super good solo play now puts you in a more difficult position to defend. It's still defendable. But I want you right here so that solo play. Very straightforward attempt at solo play. It's going to be so easy to recognize that, like, it doesn't even make sense to boom the ball away. You're just going to be in wide open space with 100 boost, and that would have been your ball to play, to air dribble, to reset, etc. Our next replay is going to be Branson, who's Champ 3, trying to push into Grand Champ 1. Talked about some weird concept I just, like, made up on the spot, but I liked it. Trying to get the speed up, trying to refine the speed, take better challenges. Talked about faster in the corner, slower in the midfield. Trying to, like, tackle speed, challenge game sense through zones rather than it being an information overload with do this, do this, do this, do this. But I'll keep that in the back of my head, man. I'm still kind of learning you as a player. I do think last week was big improvements. And we'll see what's going on, dude. We'll see what's going on. Speed is always the base. You could always get smarter later on. Speed and mechanics are the harder obstacles for players to break through. You could always get smarter. It's easier to get smarter. So let's take a look. Average Lizard. Champ 3. Unless he tells me otherwise, this is Champ 3. Well, good. And just to kind of, like, piggyback on the whole faster in the corner, slower in the midfield, that's not what today's going to be about. I might, like, continue to talk through game sense. Obviously, we go fast in the midfield right now to clear. If you went slow, you're getting bumped. You could always, like, not even play this, avoid the bump, and try to get control up the sidewall or something. That's not what this play is about. But the point of it was to play our corner challenges on defense more aggressively, play our offensive corner challenges smoother so that we could rotate out, cut, etc. And that we're actually looking to control the ball up through the midfield. That's not what this... I just wanted to showcase that to further explain the why, and also add more context for last week. But I'm going to let this play and we'll figure out what's going on. So, like, we should control right here. I know we're in the corner, but we have open space. Good. Unfort. Teammate got faked. We lost control. Play works in 2 parts. We also lost our 50. All G. Hey, no worries, Banton. Dude, it is not bad to not consciously make decisions. I say a lot of controversial hot takes about Rocket League, but turning your brain off and doing some good old ball chasing is good every once in a while. Good ball chasing is good, bad ball chasing is bad. We're moving in the right direction, Branson. That's fine. The hardest step, because we now have speed up 100%. We don't need to pick apart speed. The hardest step now is actually controlling the ball. Because you do, like, I would say in Champ 2 and up in doubles, like, you need to start solo playing. It's got to be a little bit less hit ball. So that is, I am thinking about it. Like, we just, like, right, we haven't had any, we have had attempts, but we haven't had any keep your touch close solo play, whether it's ground or air. And you're starting to learn how my brain works too. I may tell you one thing one week and tell you the complete opposite the next week. Maybe we like go complete defensive as a way to, yeah. I think I like keep working with extremes with you until there are more attempts at control. Because here's the thing, like, you getting up to speed is one thing. Then you're going to make mistakes. Then you're going to work through them. We have the speed. We have to start trying to control the ball. And then once we try to control the ball, I could see like what is breaking down. Is it actual mechanics or is it the game sense surrounding the setups? So I'm going to like talk through a ton of plays of, and I want to work in the other extreme of using defensive elements, not just on defense, but everywhere to get solo play. And personally, like just with how I work players, like we've gone fast for 2 weeks. I really don't think if you start playing defensive that all of a sudden you're going to slow down to where you were in that first week, where you were just positioning and sitting and playing ultra defensive. I think there will be a middle ground with the speed. The negatives, you play defensive, you get slow again, but we'll work through it. I'm like, throw something to the wall, see what sticks to start getting solo play. So I'm going to talk through very, very traditional defensive game sense. Okay? Very, very traditional. I would say the opposite of ball chase. All right. We're a second man. Our teammate has no boost. We're a second man. If this player loses a 50, that 50 beats you too. Why? Because you guys are holding hands. This is a very, very risky position to be in as a second man because one bad challenge takes 2 people out of the game. Right here, you're either picking up their 50 or faking. So that's positional. Right here. Slow. Methodical. And it's like, oh, we're in the corner, but forget that stuff. Slow. 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 Want you back deeper. All right, we see this happen. It wouldn't have happened if we were back deeper, but fake. You're not even trying to play this ball. Fake. This is good. All right. Solo play up the wall. I don't think I need to tell you how to hit the ball up the wall. I think that I'm just going to show you the moments. Okay? Up the wall, dude. Whatever you want to do. Air dribble, fake to the ground, whatever. This needs to be solo play, not boom ball. All right. We're second man. Teammate overcommitted. This is fake. This is shadow. This is position at the midfield. This is control a boost. This is anything but go. I'll take a go right there. Your teammate bumps someone. This is a wide open net. I will take a go. You should go right there. All right. We are second man. This is going to be a hard one to control because the opponent's probably going to try to dunk you or demo chase you. So take a 50. Otherwise, get your space to control. We got our space to control. We control. Good. I want to see, so like get this POV. And funny enough, it leads into a goal. Like, wow, what a coincidence. I want to get more POVs that like there's like 10 or 20 of these a game so that I could work through these. Because I don't want to pick apart this in terms of like whether it's like a one bounce air dribble up the field, a hit up the sidewall, better 50, baiting corners. Like there's a lot of plays we could do right here. I want to get more higher frequency of attempts of solo play. And I want to, you're second man, you are behind. Very, very simple. Like Dominoes. Very simple. Very simple. There's going to be times when you play behind as a second man and you miss out on the goal. But there's going to be more times when you're behind as a second man and a 50 comes right to you, or you're in a better position to play defense. Remember, this, very, very risky. You're going to build up to that where we could play like that and deal with it. Obviously, like, you scored a goal. You position next to them. Essentially a double with the teammate. So, yeah, we scored a goal. It's a good play, but trying to talk through these traditional gameplay elements, right? Like, this looks exactly like this. And this is a play when it doesn't work out and you should be scored on right now. Very simple, very traditional. All right. Hats off to the opponents. Right? Good shot. All right. For now, good. I will pick this play apart because you should not be controlling when you're like 3 or 4 car lengths in front of the net. You should be shooting. But for now, more control attempts. That's like what all of this is going to be about. Like, that's your new goal. Good. We've controlled the ball twice, and it both led into goals. Coincidence. The importance of keeping your touches close if you're trying to move up through Grand Champs. Works. All right, second man right here. That is your destination. Very, very simple. Traditional. Just like this. And you see how you miss out? Where it's like, oh, if we were playing tighter in the midfield and curling and playing risky and aggressive, you could be in a good position to turn and play this and score. I want to miss out on those opportunities. Number one, to play a little bit less risky. But number two, if this ball goes here, now you have solo play. Whereas if you turn on that, you have shot or cut or a very difficult solo play. I want to get very straightforward solo play opportunities to see what is breaking down. I hope that makes sense. Good fake. That's fine. Not going to pick that apart. You are a second man. Teammates not controlling. They're clearing. Hold down the fort on the goal line. I'm not going to tell you to play back post in Champ 3, Grand Champ 1. It's a good position. Think about the goal line. The goal line is your position. We can move up cohesively. Right? You are a second man. You are behind. You are not across. Because one bad 50, one super, super good solo play now puts you in a more difficult position to defend. It's still defendable. But I want you right here so that that's solo play. Very straightforward attempt at solo play. It's going to be so easy to recognize that, like, it doesn't even make sense to boom the ball away. You're just going to be in wide open space with 100 boost, and that would have been your ball to play, to air dribble, to reset, etc. It's fine. All right, second man. Right here. Well, I mean, like, not like literally right here, but just look at the POV. Dominoes, as I mentioned before, right behind each other. Good. It doesn't have to be like exact, okay? Don't like nothing I say is a rule. Everything I say is an opinion. It is based on some good stuff, experience. But so you go left, like you're not right behind. This is fine. You're just somewhat behind each other. It's less risky. And then you might have been in a better position to solo play if we didn't move up so quickly and we just like stayed here. Not saying you should be sitting, but that's a solo playable ball. Because maybe like you start getting more solo play opportunities and then I realize that, oh my gosh, like we're playing too close or we're moving up too quickly. Because I could break down these plays, right? And say we're still too close or we're moving up the field too quickly. But I don't want to get there yet. All about the solo play reps. And the speed is great. I think you play a great first man. I would say a lot of today is about solo play, fakes, positioning, and second man. This is good. Works. See, that's, and this is another thing I'm gonna figure out about you. I could hypothetically, I could guess that you're uncomfortable positioning. That you're uncomfortable sitting here, which I find is funny because like in the first replay, like all you did was sit, but you sat at slow speed. You might be uncomfortable sitting as in covering a zone, covering a position at supersonic speed. There could be like movement, play timing problems. So like, I hope you could see like the bigger picture of where we're going with this and like why we started with speed. And it's like, now we're just forcing ourselves into plays. Works. All G. All G. If you resonate with this mental image, I would... You might not. I would take play style of first replay. The positioning, the fakes, the shadow defense, etc. And I would shove them into this speed. Okay? That's kind of the objective. This is good. And a little bit of air roll training won't hurt you. I know that. I never coach mechanics. Because, like... I mean, you could just watch YouTube tutorials. Probably way better. But, all good. I know that one of your bigger obstacles as you start getting more of these air dribble opportunities is going to be air roll. So if you want to start, like, literally training air dribbles and air roll, like, just train air dribbles, you will air roll. Wall, ground, etc. Like, start it now. Don't make it a huge focus, but we start it now. It's just not clean. Arrow, I'm making a comment. I'm being annoying right now. It's just not super clean arrow. Start it now. Don't overthink it. Just like literally hit free play. Literally in games. And just to keep ripping on this, you're a second man, your teammate's pushed up, position here. Don't go. Fake, shadow, position deep. But literally in games, like, just look for air dribbles. And in free play, just train air dribbles. And if you want to train resets, you could train resets because resets help with air roll. But I wouldn't... I mean, this is my personal opinion, but I wouldn't just straight up do a rings map to get better at air roll. I think you're good enough to practice actual mechanics and get reps on the ball instead of just mindlessly doing a rings map. I think rings maps are good for like players with under 500 hours or players in gold or platinum, but I think you could kind of go up a step to just free play train. Good. And funny enough, you just said rings. I've always been a little bit biased towards workshop maps. I think they're fun. I think they help, especially for lower level players. But ask any mechanical player, how did they get mechanical? It's twos and free play. And that is the cold, hard truth. That's where I'd leave it. Good stuff, man. We're moving in the right direction. 100%. Biggest focus is solo play attempts, and then we're going to work through that. Second man fake, shadow positioning, etc. Good stuff, and I appreciate you trusting my chaotic process of working through the extremes.